This video is a quick overview of the NCRGEA Bill Tracker function. We are currently looking at only the embedded section on the association's webpage. To start with, in the upper left-hand corner of the embedded section, you will see that in this video it says that 4 bills are being followed by the association. That number will change as time goes on, particularly during the legislative session, as bills that are of interest to retired public employees are added during the session. As we find bills that we want to track and follow, you will see that number change. Over on the right side, you'll see that there is a scroll bar, and in order to see all the bills in question, you're going to have to use that scroll bar to begin dragging it down in order to look at the different bills. Now, what you will see is that these bills are in summary version for now. That is our way of keeping the list short for you so that you are only finding and exploring those bills that are of interest to you. But let's say we stop and we think that a given bill, in this case NC 2021 HB 149, is of interest. The summary is down here inside of that section. But if you would like to read more, particularly the full text, you want to hover over the bill title in the upper left-hand corner and you want to click on it. Once you do, it's going to take you into kind of essentially the section, what is really Fast Democracy. That's our partner to deliver this to you. And you can see there is a left menu structure, and there's all kinds of information. But we're going to focus only on the essential information with regard to finding that full text. So as we scroll down the page here and use that scroll bar, you will see that as we drag down, there is an inside or inner scroll bar here. It says that this is the official summary bill text. But if you take that inside scroll bar and you begin dragging it down, you will see that you start to get more of a full text version of that bill. So this is where you can read more and find out exactly what is this bill proposing in its current form. And we can continue dragging, or of course you can drag it back up and return to that summary overview. Down below, you can also click in and learn more about the different sponsors and so forth. But for the time being, we would just want to show you how to look at the full text and then, of course, how to return to the NCRGEA Bill Tracker page. In this case, if we're finished with this particular bill, you may see there is an X in the upper right-hand corner. Clicking on that X will return you to the embedded Bill Tracker function. We can then use the scroll bar to either continue moving down the page. We can also use the scroll bar to move back up. And if we wanted to, we could find a different bill, perhaps HB 169, as you can see in the upper left section. And if we click on 169, then once again, we return. And we can use our scroll bar to move down the page. And then once we find that inner scroll bar, this is where we can move beyond the summary and start reading full text version of the bill and gather more comprehensive information, if you will. And then once again, in the upper right-hand corner is the X. Use that X to return to the NCRGEA Bill Tracker page. One last thing before we end is to point out a section in this bill summary area that you may also want to be aware of. And that is in the upper right-hand corner, the last action and the latest version of a given bill. You will see that in each section as you scroll down the page. But if you would like to say, take a look at HB 169, the latest version is edition 3. If you hover over that, click on it, it will pop it out into a new tab and you can see what the most recent updates have been.